So what we have in this question is sec 75 by cosec 15 we are having, and we need to find its value. We need to evaluate its value. And how can we do that? You see this angle 75. See 90 minus 15, if we write, what are we going to get? We are going to get 75. So in place of this 75, we can put this 90 minus of 15. When we do so, what we will write? Sec 90 minus of 15 whole by cosec 15. And what is the formula? We know that sec 90 minus of theta is equal to cosec theta. So sec 90 minus of 15 will be equal to cosec 15. So in place of sec 90 minus 15, what we will write? We will write cosec 15. Cosec 15 by cosec 15, they cancel out, and what do we get? We get 1. So its value is 1. You see, there is another question also, right? Over here we are having cos 55 by sin 35 plus cot 35 by tan 55. In this question also we need to evaluate its value. Remember one thing, if 35 is over here in the denominator, what you can do with the numerator is that you can write 90 minus of 35. Whenever you do this 90 minus of 35, you will always get the angle of this one, and that is equal to 55. And in place of this angle 55, what you can write? You can write 90 minus of 35. When you do so, what you will get? Cos 90 minus of 35 whole by sin 35 plus, again you see over here also there are two angles, cot 35 by tan 55. If tan 55 is over here, 55 angle is over here, you can write this cot as 90 minus of 55, and you will always see this 90 minus of 55 will be equal to this angle. This 90 minus 55 will be equal to this angle, and that is equal to how much over here? 35. That means in place of this 35, what we can write? 90 minus of 55. When we do so, what we will get? We will get cot 90 minus of 55 whole by tan 55. You see, now we are having two things. It is of which form it is there? Cos 90 minus of theta. And what is the formula for it? Sin theta. If cos 90 minus of theta is equal to sin theta, then cos 90 minus of 35 will be equal to how much? It will be equal to sin 35. So what we will write over here? In place of this cos 90 minus of 35, we will write sin 35. So sin 35 by sin 35 plus, again, what do we know the formula as? We know the formula as cot 90 minus of theta is equal to tan theta. So cot 90 minus of 55 will be equal to what? Tan 55. So in place of this cot 90 minus of 55, what we will write? We will write this tan 55. When we write, what do we get? This tan 55 by tan 55. So what we will have? Sin 35 will get cancelled, and what we will have? 1 plus, similarly tan 55 will get cancelled, and what we will have? 1. So 1 plus 1 is how much? 2. So by evaluation we got the value of this as